But today I would also like to invite you to try and find many other people and situations in your life where even for a moment you have had this blissful moment of loving care. And maybe in that moment you did not fully immerse yourself into enjoying all the qualities of it. But I would like to invite you to notice that our lives are full of these of moments like this. That sometimes when you go to a shop to buy groceries, you get an unsolicited smile from this person. Or sometimes it can be a random person that you come across in the street, or your neighbor, or also a good friend, or a family member. And I think that you can also go so far as to say that everybody whose work is touching you in any way, or whose doing is touching you in any way, is actually giving a little bit of their love to you. Maybe they don't know you and you don't know them, but they're kind of putting in their effort. They're putting a bit of themselves into something that you are using. So I believe that this is something worth appreciating and worth looking into until you start feeling that's your life. That actually every day of your life you're being gifted this gift of love and care and effort of so many people. That you're this blessed person to be immersed in such a beautiful life, that you are actually in different small ways constantly just receiving blessings. Yeah. And then I would like to guide a meditation where we will visit some of these moments, and hopefully it will be beneficial for you in your practice and your life. So you can take a comfortable position. You don't need to have a strict meditation posture. If you want to sit back or relax, that's also okay. You can choose to keep your eyes open or close them. If you do choose to keep your eyes open, you can place a very soft gaze on an area that doesn't have too much going on, because you don't want to be disturbed by what's coming through your eyes. We're going to have a practice of remembering today. So let's begin first just by arriving into this moment. For now, you can leave the day before behind, and for the duration of this practice, try not to think about what's coming next. Bring your attention to the area of your body that feels the most present right now. Try and notice if you feel any kind of tingling or another type of sensation. If the feeling of breathing is present in that part of the body. You can also allow your attention to loosen up a little bit and feel also the mental space as it's merged with the physical body. So also this space of abstract thinking, the space of feeling. We're going to use a little bit of all of these dimensions of experience in today's practice. So just scan through your experience and try to, without placing hard labels, but try to feel into what feels as the physical input, what feels like emotions, what feels like thoughts. Are there connecting surfaces between these dimensions? Is there a relationship of cause and consequence between some sensations that arise? Does a thought trigger an emotion? Does an emotion have a physical location in the body? Try to delineate these different dimensions while also being aware of their integration. And as usually, if you catch yourself wandering, that's fine. You can just gently bring yourself back over and over to the guidance. So I'm going to guide practice of reliving memories. And if visualization is more your kind of thing, and if you enjoy having a visual impression of your imagination, then you can also visualize things. But I also like to use the term visualization for imagination. So, or yeah, just imagine the moment, try to imagine the memory, remembering the physical sensations and also the emotions, the sounds, perhaps. So you don't need to be so strict to see scenarios in your mind's eye or in front of your eyes. I think just imagining them and remembering them in the same way as you generally remember things is perfectly good for our practice. So let's go back to your childhood and try to remember a person that you really like to spend time with. Maybe you always get excited when they walk through the door or when you go to visit. Maybe it's your grandma welcoming you with your favorite cake or your best friend. And just remember the moments when you were together. And try to feel the joy that comes in that moment. So it really doesn't have to be anything complicated. You don't have to try to do any special meditation skills to increase or retain sensations. Just remember a moment in which you were truly happy with another person. And if there were more moments, or if there is just an abstract being together. And while doing that, you can also explore where sensations appear in the space of your experience. And if it feels good to you, you can remember another person or another situation. And while doing this, just explore the felt experience of this connection, of just being happy to be together. But recognize that we're also able to experience when the feelings are mutual. Try to revisit a moment with a friend or a loving family member where you knew that you both enjoyed being together. You didn't need to say it explicitly. You didn't need to say, hey, it makes me really happy when I'm sitting here with you. Nobody expects that from a child. Or they didn't need to say to you that they care about you and that they wish you all the happiness in this world. But you knew, and they knew. And this person doesn't need to be perfect, nor do you have to have a perfect memory of their entire life. These moments of sharing this pure, unspoiled care for each other are what counts. And go ahead and find maybe another person. And while revisiting your bond and your experiences, just also pay attention to how that feels in your body. Where is the good feeling in the body? What is the flavor of these emotions? Realize that this is what it feels like to receive love. There is nothing that you need to do to deserve it, or to prepare for it, or to allow for it. There have been countless moments like this, when it was just there. Maybe you had a school teacher who was really giving themselves selflessly to you and everybody else in your class, or maybe you in particular. Maybe you had neighbors where you were always welcome. While reliving these memories, you can try and feel into that smile and try to notice all the little sensations of that smile. Are there sensations in the smile that are not entirely physical, that are not entirely muscles and skin? Can you find all the places in the body where you feel some kind of tingling? Just try and have your attention gently cover all the areas of your experience that are tingling right now. Try and maintain a nice, loving feeling while exploring the body sensations that arise with it. And while these feelings are present, you can just allow yourself to be the way you are without trying to provoke anything or provoke anything good or suppress anything unwanted. Just allow everything to be the way it is. Just observe experience emerging as if in a misty cloud that stays after the memories. And let's do a round of gratitude to the people who are just present with you. You can just mentally in yourself feel into the feeling of gratitude towards these people in your past and in your present. And when you're done, we can reconnect back.